Okay, I want to show you people how they finance terrorism inside this country. You can see them now, it's clear. When they tell you, na government the hand, insecurity day, not be only government though, even some abalawas, the elites, Hasuwa, they are part of it. I will give you a holistic view of how terrorism is being financed in Africa and in Nigeria in particular. You will see a detailed report on that. These people. Hey, Boko Haram. We want to end Boko Haram. Hey, every government is promising with Boko Haram. Hey, I want to end Boko Haram. So that you vote them again into power. Yes, they are always campaigning with Boko Haram. They know what's up. Video I will play for you now. You go see them. Ex-ministers, ministers of the Republic. Army generals. Even the serving ones. Yes. Let them scrutinize everybody. Businessmen, strong men, capitalists, them. DGAGO, elite. You will see how all of them put heads together to finance terrorism. For your mind, all these guns, what do they carry? Boko Haram and the rest of them. Who they give them? More sophisticated guns than even the ones where our military they carry. You think it's a child's play. Where did they get it from? How did they get it? Where did they transport it from? Which road? Is it road or air or water that it was transported? Air that is invisible that nobody can see it. Don't worry, I go play video for you like you go see and clear as they take the happen. How they take the meander, the guns, the checkpoints, from which African country they enter, where is they from come out, who is they enter in hand, how they take the distributor arm, who is involved, who is not. I go play them for you now. Watch this video very well. I'm giving you a life experience from this country, Burkina Faso. It will give you a clear picture of what is happening here. The video I will play for you cannot, in fact, it's a perfect picture. Not you want to tell me. Kudos to their president, Ibrahim Traore. He was able to control this particular situation I'm about to show you now. But in Nigeria here, that we are claiming democracy, best form of government, we cannot control it. You will see a well-calculated syndicate of crime. How they push all this. I'll go play the video for you. Watch them clean. Listen to it, they talk inside. Watch it holistically. You not see me again. Watch our video. Watch it very well. Then come to the conversation and tell me if I am lying. Ministers had involved. Army generals and even the serving ones had involved. Elite, businessmen, capitalists, big more abalabas, them, you know them, they are all involved. That is why insecurity cannot easily be blotted out of this country. Are they possible? Watch this video and come and tell me I am lying in the comment section. I'm gonna watch.
At 4 a.m. on the 16th of August 2025, a large-scale arms seizure took place in Burkina Faso, an event that shocked the world. In this special operation, led directly by President Ibrahim Traore, the government intercepted 57 trucks loaded with military weapons and ammunition. The discovery left everyone asking, who were these weapons for? And who is pulling the strings behind it? The bust happened in the Canary region, near the border with Togo. During a routine patrol, border guards spotted something unusual, a long convoy moving slowly along the border late at night, at an hour when the area is normally silent. The convoy's size and strange timing immediately raised red flags. Captain Musa Kabore, the border commander, quickly alerted senior officials. Initial intelligence suggested the trucks were carrying humanitarian aid. But something felt wrong. Who delivers aid shipments at midnight? And why take back roads instead of the main route? President Traore didn't hesitate. Realizing the danger, he called Special Forces Commander General Ibrahim Zerbo and issued a clear but cautious order. Intercept that convoy, but be careful. This could be more than just smuggling. The Special Forces moved swiftly, setting up a covert ambush along the convoy's route. Drones and helicopters tracked the trucks from above. At 4 a.m., the operation began. The road was blocked just as the convoy arrived. Taken by surprise, the drivers tried to escape, but within minutes, they were captured. When the first truck was opened, the team was stunned. Beneath sacks disguised as aid supplies were AK-47 second, M16 second, rocket launchers, grenades, everything you would expect in a full military arsenal, and every truck was the same. Captain Kabore immediately called the president. "Mr. President, you won't believe this. These trucks are packed with enough weapons to equip an entire army." Calme but resolute, President Traoré replied, "Secure everything, do not lose a single bullet, and make those drivers talk. We must know who is behind this. Someone is preparing for war in Burkina Faso." The scale of the operation and the sheer amount of firepower involved prove this is no small-time smuggling ring. The question now is, who is planning what and why? The investigation unfolds. The captured driver, Marc-Antoine Zongo, was the first to break. Shaking with fear, he finally spoke. "They told us we were hauling agricultural machine parts. We were to drop them off at a warehouse in Togo, and from there they would be shipped overseas." But as investigators dug deeper, the story unraveled. What came to light was staggering. Most of the drivers truly had no idea what they were transporting. But the organizers, they knew exactly what they were doing. Each truck had been dispatched from a different location, at different times, using different routes. They only joined up just before crossing the border, a deliberate move to avoid suspicion. By the second day, investigators uncovered even more disturbing details. Burkina Faso's intelligence team managed to recover partial serial numbers on the weapons, even though many had been filed off. Using advanced forensic technology, they traced the weapons to surprising sources. Some were leftovers from the Libyan civil war. Others had been used in Yemen. And some were brand new, straight from the factory, never fired once. The total value of the haul, over $700 million. That raised the most pressing question: who had the kind of money to fund this, and what were they planning? President Ibrahim Traoré immediately called an emergency meeting of the National Security Council. The full inventory of the seized arsenal was laid out on the table. 25,000 AK-47 second, 10,000 M16 second, 13 million rounds of ammunition, 70,000 hand grenades, 2,500 rocket launchers, 400 anti-aircraft missiles, and 50 tons of explosives. Defense Minister General Sadou was stunned. "This isn't just a shipment," he said. "With this firepower, you could invade an entire country." Interior Minister Husseini Corre added grimly, "If these weapons had reached the wrong hands, Burkina Faso would be in chaos right now. Terror groups could have launched a long-term insurgency. Worse, this could have fueled a full-blown coup." President Traoré stood and addressed the room. "This is not random. This is part of a much bigger plan to destabilize our country, just like Libya, Syria, and Yemen. But we are not asleep. We have just stopped something huge." Then, Commandant Ouedraogo, head of intelligence, delivered another bombshell. "Mr. President, one of the drivers just gave us a name. The weapons were headed to secret warehouses in Ouagadougou. That's where they were going to be distributed." Without hesitation, President Traoré ordered, "Launch a full-scale operation in Ouagadougou. Search every suspicious warehouse. Find out who is waiting for these weapons. And most importantly, trace the money. Follow the finances. That's where the truth will come out." This was no ordinary smuggling case. It was an attempt to ignite a war from the shadows. And Traoré might have stopped it just in time. The next day, at dawn, Operation Storm began in the capital. Simultaneous raids were conducted at 23 different addresses. Weapons were discovered in 17 warehouses. Among those arrested were familiar names: former ministers, retired generals, wealthy businessmen, and even foreign diplomats. Their common trait? Open opposition to the Traoré administration. By the fourth day, the investigation took a shocking turn. One of the arrested suspects, a prominent businessman named Francois Bongo, cracked under pressure. His confession hit like a thunderclap. Barely able to speak, he admitted, this wasn't just about weapons. The plan was set in motion months ago. Foreign powers promised us their support. The goal was clear: overthrow President Traoré and install a pro-Western puppet government. President Traoré leaned forward and asked the million-dollar question. Which foreign powers? Bongo hesitated. Then, trembling, he revealed, the planning meetings were held in Accra. Some delegates came from Abidjan. The instructions came from Paris. And we got the green light from Washington.
For over a decade, this has been the birthplace of innovation. Innocent Vehicles is a testament to resilience, employing international best practices to create more than just a car. Every vehicle here tells a story of durability, fuel economy and safety. Crafted with the African spirit, the Nigerian heart. These vehicles surrounding me embody the unique concept of regionalization, each one designed to cater to the tastes and preferences of our people. From the streets in Nigeria to the terrains of the Sahara, these vehicles are designed for our roads, for our people. This is more than a vehicle. It's a symbol of our progress, our resilience, our collective success story. Your feedback drives us to continuously innovate and improve. Innocent Vehicle, the pride of African roads.